Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon and welcome to day 5 of the £5 detox challenge. Now I've got my nice warm fireside glow heater on because, well, I don't work on Friday mornings in the clinic and I've just come in and it's rather nippy. So I'll give a few people a chance to sort of catch up and tune in. Here's my notes today. Joyful movement. How's the checklist challenge going on? I've vowed to make sure that I look at this first thing in the morning and get some things done, and to check every night as well. And I'm actually going to be keeping hold of this beyond the 5 days because there are so many little things that we forget and it takes a while for them to become a habit, not just 5 days. So I'm going to be keeping a hold of this and using it for a while longer. Not necessarily ticking every day, but there's space. I've realised that when I printed it out, there's actually space. I could put more days in, but you could just tick things in and do more, or print another one up if you want to. So hello Kate, hello Sue. So let's see, before I start on joyful movement today, there's 2 things I want to talk about. Okay. The first one is the masterclass. The masterclass is going to be a bit of a recap. I'm going to go through a few different things. I will probably go through a little bit more about maybe some breath work to help people. Might do a bit of meditation as well that I've found I really liked. And yeah, helping you design your day or your morning routine. And yeah, so that's going to be recorded, so you don't have to be there live at all. I will send out a link so that you can be there live and ask questions at the end, and we'll see what else we can sort of discover. And we'll have a bit of a celebration about what's happened so far as well, and what to do next, and what are the next steps, or what do you want to do more of. And I'll have an opportunity at the end of that masterclass. But today, the other thing I want to talk to you about is because I know, well, no one's actually mentioned it, no one's asked about it at all, and a lot of people just got in here without seeing it, but in some of the marketing materials I put out, I actually mentioned there's going to be some prizes. And I'm going to tell you what the prizes are going to be for and how you will be eligible to get a prize. Now, the prize isn't for the greatest weight loss because that's not what this is about. This is about improving your health so you lose toxins from your body. Okay, and it's not very easy to determine that. So here's what the rules are. I'm going to actually post them up later as well. But basically, you have to do a video. You have to do a video and post it into the group here, so that only people in the group are going to see it. Okay, but if I really like it, I may ask if I can use it outside of the group, but we can do a different one outside of the group. So basically, what you have to do to be eligible to win a prize is actually do a video in the group, and there'll be some questions to answer as well. I'll put up a slide to it. I'll make sure it goes out in the email as well. And basically you've got until not this Saturday, but next Saturday to do it, because I really want everyone to have a chance to really benefit from not just these 5 days, but by actually practicing everything for 5 days. And basically the best 3 videos are going to get the prizes. And the prizes, again, I wanted to try and make them something that is still in, what's the word I'm looking for? Brain's gone. That's terrible, isn't it? I've had plenty of sleep as well. Now, something is congruent. They're congruent with what we're trying to do. So one thing, which may seem strange to a lot of people, one of the prizes I'm going to give you is a selection of the drinks that I drink on a daily basis. There's coffee, there's green tea, there's mocha, there's even a hot chocolate, which is rather delicious as well. Not that I've been having that on the detox, but they are healthy, and they actually are healthy treats, especially the sweetened ones. They're far, far healthier than going out and getting coffees from Starbucks and other places. And the reason they're healthy is because they're infused with my favourite nutrient, something called Ganoderma lucidum. So the top prize will either be a box of, if you know you want one particular one, or a selection pack. That's not the top prize, there's 3 prizes, and nobody may want that. The other prize, okay, there's going to be 3 top prizes, not necessarily a 1, 2, 3, but they're all going to get to choose, and they could all choose the same one, and I've got plenty of everything. Another one is one of my other favourite drinks, which is called Dynamic Fruits and Greens. And it comes in lots of different flavors. So this is a tub that lasts 30 days. But it comes in lots of different flavors, and they do sample sachets and a shaker, because it's actually far better to actually shake it. You can't, it's hard to stir in, but shake it. It shakes in like 2 seconds. Comes in lots of different flavors, and so another prize will be basically a shaker and 10 samples of their flavors, basically. So I send those out, or I send out some drinks. And the other option is seaweed. Now at this point you might be going, seaweed as a prize? Well, seaweed is actually full of amazing nutrients, and it's actually much better to use than ordinary salt for seasoning, and pepper as well. Pepper's got its uses, but on a detox you can't actually use pepper. Didn't mention that, but there you go. Pepper is the one spice you must avoid when trying to detox, because it actually helps you hold on to things. But it's good for you generally, so don't stop using it in daily life. It's just when you're doing a crash course of weight loss. Don't use pepper as a seasoning. Sorry if I completely forgot to mention that. So many different things, but yeah, pepper's the one spice to really avoid when doing a crash 5-day weight loss. Okay. Now, what was the other thing? Yeah, seaweed seasoning. There's a company called the Cornish Seaweed Company, and they do 4 different seaweed seasonings. And so basically it adds flavour and nutrition to your meal, to your soups or whatever you're actually sprinkling it on. So basically, in order to win the prize, you must be eligible by actually doing a video. And I'll probably give some sort of prize to absolutely everybody that posts a video, no matter what. And then I'll choose 3. It might actually even just be 3 at random as well, just because some people might not be very good at making videos and they might not want to do it. So I'll probably want to make it as fair as possible. So yeah, I may just do it 3 random videos, so everyone's got a chance to win. But there you go. So everyone may probably win something, but there's going to be 3 prizes for the top 3. You can choose which one you want, and if all 3 people want the same one, that doesn't matter, because I can just get that sent. It's not a problem. And they're all useful. And what was the final thing I was going to say about prizes? Oh, if it comes to me, it doesn't matter later. It's not really the point. But yeah, yes, I will need your email. You'll need to email me your address and things like that, so I can actually send you the prize. That was the thing. There we go. So, where are we? Joyful movement. Joyful movement. What is joyful movement? I hear you ask. Joyful movement. Again, this is a term. I don't know if it was Sachin Patel, who was the guy that came up with autonomic pairing, or it might have been his wife Deepa, that said, joyful movement is any movement that brings joy to your heart and brings you to the present moment. So joy to your heart brings you to the present moment. And the reason I'm focusing on joyful movement as opposed to let's get up and exercise and sweat Joe Wick style, or the way I like to exercise, is because, as I think I've mentioned, one of the biggest secrets to long-term weight loss, and I know we're talking about detox as well, but detoxing from stress and thoughts, one of the best ways, when you're stressed, you can't lose weight basically, and you can't detox properly. And when you're really hammering hard too much exercise, when you're not used to doing too much exercise, it actually puts you in a lot of stress, creates a lot of inflammation, gets in the way of what's going on. Now, there is a time and a place for sweating in detox, using a sauna, things like that, and exercise for detox as well can be very, very useful when you're at the right level, when you're doing the right things, but it's not the way to start your journey. Okay, it's good if you're already, pretty healthy and fit, then it's good to add in lots of sweating first thing in the morning or last thing at night, depending on how you want to do things. But that's why joyful movement, because it's not stressful and it's movement. And it's also known that basically when you put too much exercise in too soon, it can inhibit the weight loss, which will then inhibit the detoxification process if you're not a regular exerciser. Now, so joyful movement. So it could be anything. It could be walking in the park. I mean, I love walking outside. We've got some lakes nearby us, just walking around the lakes and just all kinds of weather. I like the sun, I like the winter, I like even in the rain it can be nice as well. Yoga, Tai Chi as well, cycling, running, dancing. I don't know if you saw my kitchen dance video earlier on. That wasn't me, you may have noticed, but that probably looks like how I dance. Deep breathing as well can help you bring you to the now as well, but really want more movement to count as the joyful movement. So what do you think? What did you love doing as a child? What you enjoy, allowed you to move and express yourself. This is one of the things I like about Tai Chi when I get outside in the garden and do it, is because Tai Chi, yes, there's the basic movements, but you can actually put some rhythm and flow and other movements to it as well. You can also string together different yoga movements as well. There's yoga flow movements as well. There's a animal movement as well. One of my friends, Jill Ladd, is it Jill Ladd? It's animal movements, and so it's kind of yoga, Pilates and dancey stuff all put in together, and that can be very useful. But why do you want to move more? Apart from the fact that when you move more, it helps pump the lymph and it's just good for you. It gets your system really moving. When an animal, let's take a gazelle for instance. Okay, when a gazelle has just been chased unsuccessfully by a leopard or a lion or a cheetah, and it's got away with it, and the large cat has stopped running after it, but basically after a stressful event, it shakes itself. It shakes itself out, and it literally helps shake out the stress, redistribute circulation as well, get things going. And in Tai Chi and Qigong, there's actually some warm-up movements where you just bounce and you just shake up and down and just get rid of some of the stress and just sort of mobilize and move everything. This is why I think rebounders are very good, and they help oxygenate. Rebounders are basically the mini trampolines or the trampettes that you can actually have inside the house and you don't bounce up and down very much. Those can be a good form of joyful movement as well, because it's not stressful on the system, it just gets things moving. I feel quite good after just doing that little shake. So it's very good for you. But basically, exercise and movement is what burns off all of the stress hormones anyway. That's the natural way that it does things. Fight or flight, it's there to fight or run away. It's physical activity that burns off stress. So what little movements and joyful movements can you do through the day to keep burning off the stress hormones and stop them damaging you? So have a go at doing something. Have a little movement and a shake. Look up some Tai Chi, some de-stressing yoga, and that's deep breathing. Look up de-stressing silly movements, or just have a silly dance in the kitchen with your husband, wife, partner, kids, whatever. Doesn't matter. Just have some fun. We're all alone at home, locked up anyway. So there we go. So have a go. And let's see, did I cover everything? Movement that you look forward to and brings you out your initiative. That's it. That's the key thing about decreasing stress. Movement that you look forward to. Movement that allows you to express yourself. Movement that brings you to a present moment. Movement that does not create massive stress and inflammation. Movement that increases mobility. So stretching, things like that as well. I like a good stretch. Who doesn't once they actually do it? So I've covered the masterclass tomorrow at 10. I'll send out a link. It will be recorded. I will post it in here. It will go on the page. What to do next, I'll be covering at the end of the masterclass. Prizes for the videos, I'll put up the tile anyway today. So if anyone does want to start posting anything now, that's fantastic. And yeah, I think everyone will get some kind of prize that posts a video. And don't worry how good or bad it is to you. I think I'm going to actually just choose them at random. That way there's no pressure on anyone, and so everyone gets a chance of winning the top 3 prizes, which are going to be tremendously healthy, whichever one you choose. Okay, thank you very much. You are all awesome. Today's challenge, of course. Today's challenge: when was the last time that you jumped around and played around like a child? Or you can just go to the tile I put up, the post I put up about when was the last time you danced your heart out? When was the last time you danced your heart out, or you just moved around, played like a child, did something silly? Just go to that particular post and put in a comment or a picture or anything you want. Basically, just say hello. Or if you can find a GIF that actually explains how you feel or looks like you when the last time you did something, use that as well, because it's all good fun to see. And this is about fun and happiness and making sure that we want to do the things that make us feel great. So thank you very, very much for watching so far. If you've watched all of these live, thank you very much. If you've watched all of them on replay, also thank you very much, because that's just like me. I very rarely get to watch any of these things live. Lots of people, when they do these things, give out prizes just to the live people, but I'm never there for the live because it just doesn't get into my schedule. So thank you very much if you watch this on the replay as well. It's just as good as if you were live. And live long and prosper. Be magnificent. And I will see you all tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning. And I'll be going live from my conservatory. I may have slides, or it may just be me. Be well.